Ruben Amorim has arrived at Manchester Airport to start work as Manchester United head coach, taking over the reins from interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy. Amorim was appointed on November 1st, but was only released from his sporting contract after their Primera Liga fixture against Braga on Sunday night. He officially starts work at United today. He left Lisbon to fly to Manchester at 11 a.m. on Monday, landing at Manchester Airport at around 1:45 p.m. Amorim was accompanied by the 5 staff members he is bringing with him to the club: Carlos Fernandes, Adelio Candido, Paulo Barreira, Emmanuel Ferro and Jorge Vital. Amorim had been due to meet club staff at Carrington this afternoon, with the non-internationals in the first-team squad also in today, but for now it is unclear if he will head to the training ground. The 39-year-old is also set to hold talks with Van Nistelrooy over whether he will form a part of his backroom staff, having overseen 3 wins and a draw from his 4 games in charge. Amorim can't take training sessions yet as he waits for his visa to come through, although that is expected to arrive swiftly. The squad will be off for the rest of the week before reconvening at Carrington to prepare for Amorim's first game in charge against Ipswich Town at Portman Road on Sunday. November 24. Next week will be the chance for Amorim to begin implementing his own playing style on the squad, with Van Nistelrooy yesterday saying there is still more to come from this squad as he was asked whether it would fit the new head coach's playing style. That is a very good question. What for me is important when I started as an interim at the beginning of this 4-game period and staff to stabilise and continue playing what the players are used to 85% and put in little tweaks or changing players and resting players, and that is where you start to get your own bit of identity in. Try to get the confidence back. He said. You could see the quality of the players still not in a consistent way because there is a lot to improve, but there is a foundation in the last 4 games of strong unity, good spirit, players who were at it and looking for results. And we got 4. It is a lot to analyse. Are there wing-backs? Inside forwards, I can't comment on that. Bruno Fernandes has revealed Manchester United's players wanted to give Ruud van Nistelrooy a fitting goodbye due to the impact he's had during his stint as interim boss. Van Nistelrooy took over on an interim basis when Erik Ten Hag was sacked and has been able to steady the ship, securing 2 wins against Leicester and a victory against PAOK. The Dutchman also secured a point against Chelsea in the Premier League and walks away from his interim tenure with the highest win rate of any manager in United history. However, Van Nistelrooy could leave the club this month because it remains unclear whether he will be kept as part of Ruben Amorim's coaching staff. Amorim will officially begin work at United on Monday and is set to bring his own coaches to Manchester from Sporting Lisbon. Van Nistelrooy received a special reception at the end of United's 3-0 victory over Leicester on Sunday afternoon, and Fernandes praised his impact when he spoke after the win. It was a long time that I wasn't scoring, and now goals are coming in the last few games. Fernandes told BBC Sport. Another clean sheet was important for us to bring back the fortress we had here. We have to keep doing that, and we have to improve. Ruud van Nistelrooy feels the club. He loves the club. He wants to bring joy to the players. He brought everyone with a smile to the games. He just wanted us to enjoy it. We wanted to say goodbye as a manager for him properly because he did good things for us. It's a new era, a new manager means everything changes, but what hasn't changed is that this club has to get back to where it belongs. Adelio Candido and Carlos Fernandes followed Amorim from Braga to Sporting in 2020 and are expected to move to United, while he could also bring a few other coaches to the club. Ineos freshened up Ten Hag's coaching staff in the summer, and Van Nistelrooy returned to United as assistant manager. Ruud van Nistelrooy has confirmed that he's set to learn his fate at Manchester United in the next 24 hours ahead of new manager Ruben Amorim's arrival. Former United striker Van Nistelrooy has taken charge of the Red Devils' last 4 matches following the sacking of Erik Ten Hag. His spell as caretaker has seen United enjoy 3 wins and 1 draw, but with Amorim due to bring his own coaching staff in, Van Nistelrooy could be forced to depart. The Dutchman has gone on record to say that he'd like to work alongside Amorim and even admitted that his long-term ambition is to manage United permanently. The pair are set to hold crunch talks after Amorim signs off at current club Sporting Lisbon, who face Braga on Sunday night. Following the Red Devils' comfortable 3-0 win at home to Leicester City, after which a teary-eyed Van Nistelrooy went over to the Stretford end to thank United's supporters. He told BBC Sport, "I really enjoyed it. It's been a short but amazing period. We are in an uncertain position, but we tried to do our jobs and help the club, which is important. There were a lot of feelings there, the way the fans supported me, and the team, always in difficult moments. It was a special moment. To close down this block of games with good results and a good connection, I can't thank them enough. We will learn what the further plan is now. Van Nistelrooy added in his post-match press conference. The club hierarchy said, OK, it's going to be 4 games, it's going to be announced a new head coach, etc, etc. So, for me, it is important to have that clarity, and I appreciated that. In the end, the most important thing is this football club, and I'm here to support that in my role. As I said, I want to continue doing that in the future, and now also the communication was okay, that after the block of 4 games, there will be communication towards you and your colleagues that are in an uncertain situation. So I expect to hear today or tomorrow from them. Amorim, who's enjoyed a trophy-laden 4.5-year reign at Sporting, will bring assistants Carlos Fernandes and Adelia Candido with him to Old Trafford, with the Portuguese hoping that they'll help implement his style of play. Van Nistelrooy may return to his initial role as the club's strikers coach. And during Friday's pre-match press conference, he said, "I am calm, to be fair. I am trusting the process. I believe the outcome will be good because I believe that as long as I'm here, there is no news. I am here at Manchester United, so that is my focus. I am calm in that sense. And whenever the communication takes place, I will see, due to the international break, Amorim won't be in the dugout until Sunday, November the 24th, when the Red Devils travel to take on newly promoted Ipswich Town at Portman Road. That gives him almost a fortnight to get his house in order, and whatever his decision, he'll be grateful of Van Nistelrooy's work as caretaker." Ruud van Nistelrooy has underlined the need for Manchester United to source more goals, and that is something Ruben Amorim has addressed in the past. The incoming Sporting Lisbon boss, who will officially begin work next week, will inherit a struggling Premier League outfit. United languish in the bottom half with a number of issues that need addressing. Van Nistelrooy has been in interim charge, having also been Erik Ten Hag's assistant prior to that, and cited the need for the Red Devils to be far more productive. In the final third. Victor Gyökeres has been a name on everyone's lips, having become one of Europe's most prolific strikers. Already there is talk of Amorim looking to bring him to Manchester, with their Dutch coach underlining the need for the team to be more productive. In the final third. The Dutchman said ahead of Sunday's game, "I agree that when you want to be a successful side in the Premier League and in Europe, which is what the build is all about, you need a certain amount of goals. That is clear. That is why the best teams in the world have those players. At the moment we have players who get a certain amount of goals and assists, but they are in an age where they still need to be developed. There is potential they will be, and the belief is there they can. That's where we are." At this moment, Amorim proved during his Sporting stint that he could recognise the need for more goals and was able to identify a potential star in Gyökeres, who was excelling in the Championship before he moved to the Portuguese capital. In the 2022-23 season, Amorim and Sporting ended up 4th, their lowest finish during the manager's tenure. They scored 71 times, and clearly there was an improvement to be made. The club went and spent just shy of £20 million on Gyökeres. The following year, they won their second Portuguese title under Amorim. They scored a mammoth 96 goals, 29 of which came from their new Swedish striker. In all competitions, he would notch 43 times. United have attempted to address their frontline issues with Ten Hag signing strikers in the past 2 summers. Joshua Zirkzee arrived months ago, whilst Rasmus Højlund was signed last summer, but both men haven't fully delivered in the final third.